Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, when you're inside a home painting, you might come across some bulkheads. So I'm gonna do my best to go through how to paint bulkheads. We're outside of the studio once again because James is in the house. Today I'm on a job site in the GTA with Natik Painting, and this is a pretty new house that they painted all over. It's a fairly new development, so the walls are in great shape, which is awesome. We came across some bulkheads while we were painting, which is extremely common in condominiums, but also in houses as well. I had a couple of you ask me, how do I go about dealing with bulkheads? The problem with them is they are so close to the ceiling, so when do you know when to paint them the wall color or the ceiling color? These rules can apply whether you're doing an accent wall or just one continuous color throughout your entire room. And unfortunately, it is sort of case by case in a lot of ways. You can use a principle that works in one case better than others, but let me tell you some of the things that I like to look out for when I'm dealing with bulkheads. The first way to tell if a bulkhead is part of the ceiling or a wall is look at the lights. Especially in an area with pot lights, normally if a bulkhead has pot lights built into it, it's usually part of the ceiling. So when you're faced with a bulkhead that has pot lights on the underside, what are some of your options? The first one is you just assume the bulkhead is part of the ceiling because of where the lights are positioned, and then you can paint that bulkhead the same white ceiling color that you have up top. The second option is you just paint it the same wall color and just continue it all the way up. And that's actually what we opted to do here. We found it was the least obtrusive method. It's not distracting at all. It's one continuous flow up to the ceiling. And the paint color we used is light enough where even though the light is illuminating off of it, it's not gonna have a distracting color cast that goes on the surrounding wall like a dark blue or a charcoal gray would do. It's just a light off white. In fact, the color is called Fog Mist by Benjamin Moore, OC31. So in that off-white category of colors. If you were going with a color that was perhaps a bit darker, maybe a third option would be you paint the front-facing panel the wall color, and then you keep the underside white, because that could theoretically give you best of both worlds, where front on, you'll mainly see that color of the wall, but where the light is illuminating when the pot lights are installed on the bottom of the bulkhead, that's gonna be all painted white. So it'll be the most reflective color possible, giving you the most amount of light. A big reason we try not to do that though is you don't wanna cut the color off in nice clean lines too much, because then it will just look like one strip of paint and then one strip of white. It might just be a bit too visually distracting. So less is more in this case, and simplicity is key. With condominiums, however, it's a bit different because you have to factor in where the bulkhead is going to continue. Some bulkheads will just continue throughout an entire main area. So you have to track your eye and see where it goes because you don't want your living room color bulkhead to continue into the kitchen, which could be an entirely different color altogether. Try and visualize what's happening with the bulkhead. Is it localized to one area? If that's the case, then just try and keep it all the same color. Or if you'd prefer painting it white and you don't mind if it's kind of broken up visually a bit, that's okay too. But if it does continue from one room to another, especially for changing up the paint colors, then it's very, very important to visualize that and picture how it's gonna look before you commit to painting it. And with this example, we're in the kitchen now, just across from the room we were just in. We use the exact same color continuing in here. And as you can see, again, we have this bulkhead that's continuing all around the kitchen. And this is a very common room where you will have this sort of bulkhead above the kitchen cabinets. We don't even have any pot lights to worry about, so there's no confusion whether it's wall or ceiling color. This is gonna be wall 9 times out of 10. When it comes to bulkheads, try not to overcomplicate things. When in doubt, just continue the wall color all the way up, assuming it has a nice visual picture frame. And the last thing I want to address is accent walls. So if you have a main color that you're using throughout a room, but there's one area that you want an accent color on, and there happens to be a bulkhead up top, what do you do in this case? Personally, I like to keep my accent walls clean, just a nice square or rectangular pattern, rather than doing the inside panel an accent color and then continuing it onto the bulkhead. It just tends to look a bit messy in my opinion, but it's all just personal preference at that point. So back in this room, if I were to paint an accent wall right over here, I would most likely just paint this panel down here and then keep the main color going along the bulkhead. That way we've preserved a nice rectangular shape of color, framed by the lighter main color as well. If you're a painter and you have your own thoughts on how to tackle bulkheads, let me know in the comments below, because all of us painters have our own methods and strategies when it comes to this stuff. Big thank you to Natik Painting for letting me join them on site today. I'll leave their information down below if you want to check them out. And this has been James in the house. See you on the next one.